Assalamu alaikum, this is Fawad Hussaini, and today we are going to have a demonstration for Google Classroom when we have to create an assignment as a PDF file. Let's just start with it, then we will discuss what would be the constraints and how we can come out of it. Okay, so there is my class. So I'm going to start with my class with the name class for teachers. And I want to create an assignment in the category of subject English. So I don't have subject English right here. So let me just create one topic first as English. So there we go. We have created a topic. Now we have English here and we don't have any kind of activity under English. So I want to create an assignment. I want to make So I have one worksheet done by one of our teacher, and it's about asking questions or asking sentences or asking questions. Let's say asking sentences. Let me title it as asking sentences. Now I have to attach my worksheet that is available in the form of PDF. As we have already discussed, if my content is available over an online repository that is Google Drive, so I can go with the option 1. If it is available in my local machine, like a computer or a laptop, I have to go for file. That's an option 3. So in my case, I should have it in my Google Drive. Let me find. I click on my drive and there is a folder with my assignments. Under my assignments, no, there is auto. So this means I would have to go with upload. So coming up here on a Google Drive side, you still have an option to upload something from your computer. You all are aware about download when we take something from the internet and bring it to our local machine. Upload is an opposite when we are taking something from our computers and putting it to the internet or putting it to the online repositories. So let me upload something from my computer. And here, if I go asking and telling sentences. Okay, so this is the worksheet. I have attached my worksheet. If you see, it's a PDF version. So I'm clicking on upload. My document is uploaded and attached with my post. Now I have to select the third option, make a copy for each student. It means my document is going to act as a template and every student would get their own copies. Just it's the same thing as we do in our physical classes when you hand over certain hands out to different students and they have to work on it and they revert it back to you. So we are going to perform a similar kind of activity but digitally. So I'm going to select this option of make a copy of each student. So now let's say you have 25 students. So you are going to distribute 25 copies. Coming on the right hand side, you have the marking criteria, like how many marks you want to give to this specific activity. I want to give it 10 marks and I want to link it to my English. English is the topic where I want to connect this assignment to. Now the teacher's part is done. Clicking on assign. This activity would go to our students. So the activity is went to the students end. Now from the student side, we have to see like how they are going to respond to it. So let me just switch over to the student tab. This is my student. And if we go to the classroom under the English section, this is Hania Fawad. So Hania Fawad sees that there is an asking sentences assignment. If she clicks on it, she sees that it's a PDF version. She will click on view assignment and there is an assignment. So if she click on this assignment, it appears like this. Now she has two options. The option number 1 is she can print this one out as there is a printing icon, solve it on paper, and then using a cam scanner, she can scan it and attach it with your assignment. The other way around is what she can do is if they would be having any PDF editor available on their computer, so they can directly edit this document, and then revert it back to you. So in the first case, on my laptop at this point in time, I could not see that there is any kind of PDF editor is available. I have Nearpod, I have Smart Learning Suite, and I have Google Docs. So let's assume many of the parents would not have it. Yes, they can download it, they can figure it out, but let's assume if they don't have it, what they are going to do. So they are going to click on this three dotted icon, open in a new window, and then they have to click on this download button. Now the document has been downloaded. This is a document appearing on student's computer, and now he or she has to answer it. So I'm going to work on this document, let's say, and then I'm going to upload it. So I'm just going to pause this recording for a moment. Okay guys, so now I am done with the assignment from the student's perspective. For example, we have two different students and they may have different approaches to give you answers. So for example, let's assume one of the student has some technical support at home and they are able to download that worksheet that we have given them as an assignment. That was our assignment sheet. So what they did, they just click on this icon as open a new window, and they have, instead of printing it out, they just download it. So once they download, the document appears here as a PDF version. They open this document and open into Word. Once it's open in a Word, they worked on it and finally reproduce a PDF version. So this is how it appears now. They have used colors to answer your worksheet, and they have also added the responses there, like they're asking and telling questions. So the worksheet has been filled by this person. Let's assume it's a technical support person who has done this part. Now I'm going to upload it. So I'm going there as a student, and being a student, I have to, here is my sheet. Let me go back to my classroom. This is our email ID of technical support student. He has to go to Google Classroom. Heading to Google Classroom, he has to find the assignment. That's my classroom. And this was my assignment, asking sentences. Going over there, I have this technical support PDF version being sent by the teacher. I don't need it anymore because I have created my own version. So I'm going to add my version from my desktop. I have my version on my desktop, so I'm going to add asking and telling sentences. Click on upload. It has been there, so now I'm removing the one being sent to me. So I have removed that one, and I have to click on this turn in. That means I am done with the assignment. This is compulsory option. This is a compulsory button to click. Otherwise, teacher may not be aware that you are done with the assignment. So clicking on this turn in, it's asking me again, turn in your work. Yes, please do it. So this is the job being done by one student. We are assuming the other student, that is Hania Fawad, the test case, and their parents have printed out, as we are expecting some of them would print it out. Then they will use cam scan. Then they will perform the activity like answering the questions. They will use cam scanner. Using a cam scanner, they will scan those pages, creating a PDF file. After doing all this work, they have to attach it back as was being done by technical support. So that was the one part I have done from the mobile phone. And now coming back to my teachers page, what I see over here, classwork. So there is a teachers page. We were working on English. So if you look at this page, both of the student has turned in. If you look at this page, asking sentences, both have turned in. So I want to view the assignment, what they have done, and clicking on Hania Fawad. If I click on, see, there are two documents when we check Hania Fawad, and when we click technical support, there is only one, because the technical support, as I said, they are a bit smarter and they have removed the file because it was no more needed, because the actual file the teacher has to check is being uploaded from the local computer. In Hania case, for example, the parents were not very much aware. They did their part, but they did not remove the older version. The newer part is English worksheet, while the original version is also attached over here. So don't worry. Being a teacher, you have to see which file is the correct version in order to check and annotate. So now, in order to check these files, you have to click on, for example, Hania Fawad. So you have to click on English worksheet. On English worksheet side, the document is opening up, and we have to, there it is, everything is available there. Grade with Cami. If you have selected this, you don't have to go out of this window, you can do everything within a window. And this is not the actual document we want to check. The document we want to check is this English worksheet. So now the English worksheet that is being done by Hania, we have in front of us. So this is the student version. Where is my bike? And she put question mark. So now I'm going to check this document. I said, sorry, not text. I need to have a brush, a drawing brush. And using a brush, I would say correct answer, correct answer, correct answer. This is also correct. This is also correct. Did you find it? How much? So all of these are correct. And coming over here, did you asking? Yes, that's correct. And they have to make a question mark. This is a full stop. This is a question mark. This is again a question mark. So she did, but I think the teacher is expecting something else. Good job. Overall, it's a good job. So I'm writing here. Good job, Anya. And then on the next page, she put the full stop. So this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. So this girl has done a great job. So I am done being a teacher. Being a teacher, I have checked all the documents, and now I have to click on the save button. That is a mandatory step. Otherwise, this annotation would not appear to the students. So I have to click on the save, and it says for unsaved changes. I would say save now. Once we save this document, all our information has been saved. Now now is the time to grade it. So she did an excellent job. I'm going to grade her 10 out of 10. And then I can click on this button of click on, yes, everything is done. Save button is very important. Don't forget to do it. 10 out of 10, return. Yes, return. So one person's homework or assignment has been checked. Now I can click on this cursor to move on to the other students. So other students, if you see, there is only one document. He's smart and he has solved it directly on computer. He doesn't need to even print it out. So he saves his time, but you would see different types of students and different types of answer sheets. So there, we being a teacher, we again have to check this out. So we say, yes, this is correct. This is incorrect. This is correct. This one is correct. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. So, I mean, you got the idea, like what you have to do. You have to identify, and then you have to write the answer. This is asking. This is asking. You're asking something. Okay, so this the first page is done, and now we are going to second page. On the second page, we have seen is correct. This is correct. This is right, right, and right. And similarly, there would be other answers on the second page, so you can figure out what he has done. There are certain changes; those are not saved. You have to click on Save Now. Once the document has been saved, it means all the annotation has been marked on this paper. You can move on, and then you can give him or her marks out there. So let's say it's 8 out of 10 because there was one mistake. So I have given the marks, and I'm going to click on this return button. It's asking me again, you have to click return. So from the teacher's perspective, we are done. Now we have to verify either our annotation and our marks are going back to the students or not. So let's switch over to a student's account. And here we have a technical support person. If technical support goes to his classwork and wants to see, view your work, he wants to see. So there is 8 out of 10. He has got the answer asking question. He wants to see what I did wrong in order to lose 2 of my marks. So he can click on this file. And there you go. So you see whatever we did has been recorded, and it has saved everything. It says there is an asking, this is an asking question. So he did a mistake. He put it a full stop, although there should be a question mark. So that was student 1. Now let's switch over to Hania, and let's see what comes to Hania's side. So I'm going to classroom, considering Hania's case, and in Hania's case, going to classwork, view your work, and Hania has got 2 attachment and she got 10 out of 10. She must be happy. Clicking on view details, she wants to know where is my thing, and this was the document that has the answers, so she will click on it. And if you look at this, we don't have anything. No, it is there. It just come. It looks a bit late, but yes, it is there. So annotation is there. The teacher has checked her document, and everything is being marked. There is no mistakes. Okay, so I think now you got the idea how it works, but how you have to use Kami extension when you are working with PDFs. Do ready, you are going to get different types of results from the parent side, because as I said, some of them are technically sound, some of them don't know about it. So if they would get the chance of printing, they may have to go with the Kami scanner, scan it, and then submit it back to you. Those who can download the PDF version and convert it into Word and then work directly on PCs, they can also work it out and reattach their assignments back to the Google Classroom so teachers can work on it. Thank you very much for your time. Things has been clear to you. Let us just give one view over our class from the teacher's perspective, like how does it appear on this page. Yeah, there it is. So there you see, for this specific activity, the student has been given mark. The first student got 10 out of 10. The second one got 8 out of 10. If I'm going to look at the grades page, it has added my new assessment that was asking question, and there's an average of 9. So this is how it works. And let's say this is, I think I have not written it. That's the word. It should be returned. Otherwise, it was appearing as a draft. So when all of the students would have answered the questions, you would get the class average. For example, for this specific assessment, the average was 9. That was good, 9 out of 10. There it is 5 out of 6. There it is 4 out of 6, 8 out of 6. So you will get the averages, and you will also have individual results. Thank you very much for your time. Practice this, and let me know if you find any problem, any difficulty, so we may have a session together to work it out. Thanks again.